Hello everyone, I'm Jesus and welcome to the next episode of The Road to Old School MTG. In this video I have round 3 of the Sylex Slam tournament held at Dave's Time Warp in Cedar Grove, New Jersey of February 2024. This is, like I said, round 3. First round I lost 0-2, second one I won 2-0 I believe. So I'm 1-1 at this point, right? So this was a 4-round tournament, but then it does go to top 8, top 4, and then final game at the end. So for here, I am using my Erhnamgeddon or Bantamgeddon deck. So first I want to go over my deck list. So first things first, I'm not sure if this is the exact deck pick that I took for this particular tournament. The main deck 60 cards is exactly the same, so I didn't change that. But I've been playing around with the sideboard. So the sideboard may be slightly different than what appears here, or maybe not, right? Like I said, I'm not sure. As I'm watching these videos, I'm double checking for any discrepancies from this pick. But other than that, pretty standard. Small weenies to start things off. 7 Alliance, Pixies, and then ramping up to Dibs, Erhnams, Suchis, and Sarah Angels, and then 2 Armageddons, and a balance to just wipe the board of lands or just restart things so that way I can be up ahead, right? And then blue was added for blue power. All right, so yeah, pretty standard stuff. So the tournament is Atlantic. No restrictions, so it's just regular Atlantic. So fully powered decks were allowed. Proxy friendly, so my deck personally does not have any proxies, but you might see some proxies here and there throughout these videos. All right, so other than that, I think we can begin. So this is game 1. I am on the left, opponent's on the right. I believe neither one of us mulliganed here. So the nice thing about this top-down camera angle is we can kind of peek at each other's hands after the fact, right? So like I said, the camera's up high. So I see some lands, Pixies on mine. He's playing mono, oh no, black-white. So he's going first. Swamp, Sapphire, Jet, turn 1, Order of the Ebon Hand. So unfortunately my left side was very glared. So I'm going to try to do my best to keep track of the cards I play, because eventually it will be very glared. All right, so I dropped a factory, and that's all I did, right? So I was, in comparison to what he did, okay, and then he gets, but he did not play another land, right? So, so he hemmed me, he got 2 lands, but it seems like I already had other lands in my hand. So that was lucky for my side, and then I just drew another land right now. So he hit me for 2 from the order. I'm at 18. I'll keep track of his life here. So Savannah, and then since I noticed he didn't drop a land, I want to get him out of double black. And then look, yep, he got another order. So I disenchanted the Mox. I did have a creature, so I could have just held on from the factory. But I wanted to be, it was correct move to get him out of the double black. So dip for me. After I played a Tropical Island, my opponent, he's still not getting any lands, right? So I take a damage. I think he got another attack in, right? So I was 2, and then I took 1 from the dip, now from the upkeep, so I'm at 15. If he had gotten another swamp, then this game would be different. So I'm attacking for 3. He's at 17 now. I play a Savannah, I believe, so I'm paying 2 for a Pixies. So I have a dip and a Pixies in play right now. So, and I have a factory active. So, okay, my opponent I see a Dark Ritual. So he can use that, and he has a order and a juice. He has some white cards as well, but he does not have a white source. So yep, he's ritual for the juice. So that's gonna be tricky for me to play. I just have a dip and a Pixies, and factory as well. Right, so I took 1. I'm at 14. So yeah, you see the glare, it was pretty bad. Right, not much happening. It's, yeah, because it's a very delicate situation right now. Okay, so I'm playing 5. Rain Geyser for 3. So I did play a land. I take another tropical island, so I cannot play another land again. And I'm tapping out the factory. But I think I'm just, I'm desperate right now. So I got a Mox Ruby. So those are the 3 things in play right now. On the top side of my board state. Okay, and then that's it. Opponent takes 1. It says 16, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a dip and a Pixies. I can double block. He has no white source, but of course he could terror. But and so far I don't know that he's playing white, right? Because I haven't seen anything that's white related. It looks like he does just mono black, or with a splash of blue. All right, so I think my opponent is deciding if he wants to also add the order to the attack, which is a little odd, right? So I have a dip. But yeah, I think he knew. Yeah. So I double block. Plus, since I have a dip, it's hitting me for 1 anyway as well. Right. So I get hit for 2, but I get rid of the juice on. And I'm getting lucky. He is not getting any more lands. So yeah. One, two, three, four. I have 6 man, and I just play another. So I'm not sure. Like usually, I kind of hold back. Okay, I'm attacking for 2. I'm dropping so many lands. So I have a line right there, 2 mana for, and then 4 for an Erhnam. So I have a Mox Ruby, a Lion, Savannah Lion, and an Erhnam on my top side. Right, so it's really glare, so it's hard to tell. I attacked for 2, so he's at 14 from the factory. So that's why I attacked. And then oof, he's very unlucky. He drew, but just passing. All right, so he played a Loa. So last turn. So actually he's 5 cards in hand, but I'm starting to. So order has the forest walk, but the game's starting to get away from him. So I'm attacking with the Erhnam. So he's at 10 right now. I play a factory, I believe. I have Mox Sapphire and a fact. Yeah, Mox Sapphire. And okay. All right. So he got a land, City of Brastos. So it's going to cost him life. And he, he would have considered not attacking just so that not playing it, just so he can be up to 7 cards. But the game is getting away from him. He's at 10 life right now. I'm at 12 though, so life wise we're not that far off. Ooh, took a damage for 9 from the city. He casts an juice on, so that way it's I cannot just attack. So okay, so my turn. So I'm asking how many cards in hand, so that way I know if I should be aggressive or not. All right, so I have okay. Cast a second line, so I have 2 lines. Erhnam. Oh yeah, so I think I told him like I forgot to give force walk. So that's a mistake from my side. All right, so I have 2 Moxes, a factory, an Erhnam, and 2 lines. All right, so I pass. Takes a damage. He's at 8 from the Jusam. So I'm thinking maybe like since he's so low, I might wait it out a bit. Okay, he played an out land right now. So he has a okay, he has a disenchant, swords, So still, there's nothing specifically white, right? So that city breast may be just for more blue, right? So okay, so I'm activating my factory. I'm double blocking and I'm tapping the factory to pump itself. So that will be 5 damage to double block the juice on. Opponent's at 8 right now. He said tickets damage is a 7, but he's going to disenchant, I believe. All right, and then that means my lion dies as well, right? So that was a big hit for me. All right, but I still have another lion and Erhnam. So order gets the forest walk. All right, so he's at 7. So I think I'm thinking I can just get him. If I get him low enough and then I can stall him out, I can win the game. All right, so I'm attacking with the Erhnam. He's at 7. So, and then the Jusum's doing damage to him. Yeah, so yeah, he blocks. In hindsight, maybe I should have just rested and play the line, attack the line as well. I don't know. So I play a Mox, another Mox. I'm not sure which Mox it is, but I have 3 Moxes right now, a lion and a tapped Erhnam. He's at 7. I'm at 12. 1 card in hand. So I definitely did not punish him enough when he was stalled out from low mana. Okay, so Armageddon. So yeah, in hindsight, I shouldn't have played so many lands. I think I was just playing because I wanted to, in case I. Well, actually, I'm not sure. All right. So definitely I have 3 maxes, of course, right? So he's at 6 now. So my game plan right now is stall out because he cannot attack me, or else I'm gonna hit him back. But he got a. Oof. So this was crucial. He has a the dual line with white and black. So I forget the name at the moment. Scrubland, I believe. And then he has the swords. So then that game plan I just thought of wiping the lands is now coming back to bite me. I think he's at 5 now, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's at 6 or 5 because he just took a damage on the Jusum. So if he attacks, I attack with the lion back. Marcus is gonna. Well, I mean, yeah, he's most likely sourcing my Erhnam. So that gives me 4 life in addition. All right, so there I just take it because I want to get him back. Of course, so Erhnam has Jusum has the forest walk now, but I have no forest. So he's telegraphing that he has something, of course, right? Because he wouldn't have attacked. And here it comes. Swords on my Erhnam. I gain 4 life. He takes 2. He's at 3. And I get a pixie, so that's pretty solid. He took a damage. He should be at 2 or 3 right now. And that extra makes a big difference. Soaring. So I have a lion and a pixies. He's at 2 or 3. Most likely 2. Disenchanting my. Oh, alright. So it was Mox Emerald. And then he took a damage, I think, from the mana burn disenchant because he used this, and then I just attack anyway. So what it was, he was at 2 life or 1 life. That's the game right there, right? So that okay. So I got lucky, definitely. He got a land right after Armageddon, and it was definitely not 100% certain that I was gonna win that one. But now I'm going into game 2. So I don't think we mulligan in this one either. So my opponent should be going first. So we see Jusam, so he must have a playset. He's always getting them. I think he has an ancestor as well. A swamp factory, maybe 2 factories. Yeah, but no. Oh, he has a oof. Cracking it. Turn 1. Jusam. That's tough. So me, I got a Sarah Angel, some lands, Soaring, I think. Mox Pearl. I do have a swords. All right, so that's lucky on my side. Okay, tap for the Soaring. So I have a Mox Pearl and a Soaring in place. So those 2 cards that are glared out, those are the 2 things. All right, so he drops to 19 from the Jusam upkeep. All right, has a Mox Sapphire, so you can cast the blue now. For the has the blue for Ancestral. Place the second factory, activating his first one, attacking with both. Sorting, so 19, he's at 24. I take 2 from the factory. I'm at 18, and then he's going to Ancestral himself. So I'm not. He has a die, so I'm not sure what the die is, but I think it's hand size. I'm not sure. All right, so Max Pro, Soul Ring are the 2 cards that are glared out. I have a Savannah. I drop a Plains and 5 mana for a Sarah. So pretty good. That's my turn 2, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so he plays a Batland, so he has 4 mana available, but no double black. Okay, oh, he's gonna get another double black next turn. Yeah, I see a hippie. Okay, sorting my Sarah, and then he's coming in for 3. Because he only had 1 mana extra. I gain, okay, and then I gain the life from the swords, from the Sarah. Alright, so my turn. So Mox Pearl, Soul Ring, just to remind you. 4 green for an Erhnam. I play a Tundra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 mana here, right? So I'm most likely not playing any more lands. So opponent plays a swamp. So he has that all important double black. So you can cast Jusams, Orders, Hymns. So Hippie. So yeah, he has a hymn, I believe. Yeah, he has a hymn, an order, and a hippie. So he has quite a lot of stuff. But I have an Erhnam as well, right? So depends what he wants to do. All right, so nice. So I think he did the right call. So I think that was an Erhnam and definitely a Suchi, maybe an Erhnam or a Pixies. But yeah, that was the right call. All right, so he can activate 1 only and turn into a 3/3. So I cast the Pixies. And I'm surprised I don't attack with that was my Erhnam, right? Yeah. Is that an Erhnam or a Pixies? This is where. So I know I cast the Pixies. I think that's where the glare is annoying. Okay, so okay, so I did have the Erhnam. Alright. So I gained 4 life. So right now I have a Pixies only. Oh yeah, so I cast the Erhnam last turn because I see 1, 2. Oh no, I cast the Pixies last turn. Alright. So he's activating, attacking, pumping. So I'm taking 3 right now. Yeah, but I block. Yeah, so he didn't know what the pixies did. So I offered for him to take it back, but he didn't want to, because the factor was 3-3 anyway, right? So they bounced off each other basically. Right. So now I attack 2. He's at 22 if I'm not mistaken, and then I cast another pixie. So I have no cards in hand right now. So it seems like he's at 22. Okay, see Underworld Dreams in his hand. He still has that hippie. I think he has a. Okay, what's that white card? Order. Yeah, I think I would have gone with the hippie. I have no cards in hand, of course, but by having a hippie, it forces me to play things, even though I may not. I may want to hold off. Ooh, Chaos Orb. I'm activating it. All right, so I'm activating it on the order. I'm moving my life. Nice. That's just so I can attack with my pixies. So right now, what am I? 15, 23. He's at 22, I believe. But I'm attacking first. He's at 18 by my count, if I'm not mistaken. I'm at 23. So even if he attacks back, I'm up ahead. So he'll die first, and then he attacks for 2 only. All right. All right, so I draw a card. Of course, I don't know that he has another source. I believe he has another source in hand. So right now, I'm just trying to outrace him. So 2 pixies in play, a soul ring, and that's a Mox Pearl. I had dropped the Tundra from previously, I believe. Attacking 2 pixies, knowing he couldn't block with the factors anyway. So I'm offering to trade with a hippie. That's mainly because I want, other than the Sarah and the okay, Casaline, Sarah and the Dibs. Okay, he took 2 more, so he's at 16. Yeah, other than my Sarah and Dibs, all my creatures are don't fly, right? So I need the board cleared for when I drop her, hopefully another Erhnam or a Suchi. All right, so he casts an Underworld Dream, so he's pinging me every time I draw. Okay, so I have a Lion and a Pixies. I may have to only be able to attack with the Pixies. Yeah. So that should be 14 right now. It's another land. So yeah, this is disenchant. Most likely waiting for me to activate the factory. All right. All right. So yeah, he's baiting me. So I just take the damage. So I'm at 18 right now. He's at 14. I took a damage from my draw. Can't attack with the factory because it's gonna just block and pump itself with his own factory. All right, just going for the safe bet. Let's see. Okay, he seems like he still doesn't want to use his swords. So he's at 12 right now, by my count. Activating attacking. I don't know if I have any card. I don't think I have any cards in hand. So I have a line and a factory. So I can block my factory with his, and then they can both pump each other. All right. So I block, I pump, but then he disenchants it. But it already blocked though. Take a damage from the Underworld Dreams from drawing. That's 10. He's at 10. Still not using the swords. I'm at 16. Right. So I'm not sure if that was before damage or after. So I'm not too clear on that. We'll see. So right now I have him at 10. Activating, attacking. I take it. So I took 3 damage by mistake. I thought he was just gonna pump. So that's actually one. I should be at 16, not at 15. So I was, but that seems like it was a mistake on my part. And then I think, yeah, he's trying to help me out, but then I insist, no, I'm right about my life. But he was right. I was wrong. All right, so drew some, so that's pretty bad. I just got a Pixies here, and I'm taking 1 damage every upkeep. No, I mean, I have a Lion. Okay, I play another Factory, but it cannot pump itself at the moment. I have 1 other card in hand, so I'm trying to bluff. I don't know what I have in hand. Opponent takes 1. Seems like it's at 9. Activating his factory, attacking. So, all right. So yeah, I was just saying if I had, yeah, I played it, so I cannot block and pump. So I take it, I think. Yes. And then I took another damage, so I'm at 6. Lion. So this, he takes a damage, seems to be at 8. Or somewhere near that. I just have a line. 2 lines, I think. And that's where the glare, as I said, is annoying. Believe 2 lines, plus now my factory can block and pump. Okay, so he has no way to interact in his hand, but he's bluffing that he does. So I'm activating. So I can trade factories, but then he still has another one, and then the Jusum is still, because I'm really low. I gotta kill that Jusum. Okay, so I'm taking a chance. I double block. He pumps his unblocked factory. I take 3, and then we trade for the Jusum, and then he just casts another one right after that. So I take a damage. I'm at 2. I drew a land, I believe, a forest. So 2 life. I'm going to take a damage again from Underworld Dreams. I only have 1 creature. So this seems like I cannot come back. Yep. I'm just moving ahead here because, yeah, there's no way that I can see that I can come back from this. Now going into game 3. I won the first, he won the second. So now this is the deciding one. So neither one mulligans, I believe. For me, Plains, Soul Ring, Chaos Orb. Opponent goes City of Brass, Black Lotus. So right now, from my side, it's cleared out, but I have an orb and a soul ring, plus the planes. All right, so he's doing a lot of math because he's trying to use the mana from the Black Lotus. So a terror. So he must have brought that from the sideboard. A dark ritual, a hippie, and a Jusum. So he's pretty stacked right there. My only saving grace is that it seems like he has no other lands. So his deck may just be a bit too low on lands in general. Demonic Tutor as well, if I'm not mistaken. He's gonna crack it. I mean, he's definitely gonna crack it, or maybe not. Let's see. Takes a damage, 19. Dark Ritual. All right, so I'm surprised. Uses 2 for a Demonic Tutor. So he already had a Jusum in hand. He has a hippie. So I wonder what he goes for. So we'll see if. Okay, so there he had the Mind Twist. I'm surprised he's not going for the Mind Twist. Oh, he's going for a Mox Jet, I believe. So yeah, because he had no other lands. Or he could just get a land, a dual land. Ooh, he's going for blue. I would have thought maybe for double black. All right, so he's getting a Mox Sapphire. So he has still 1 mana floating. Okay, so now he's gonna pop that plus the 1 floating. I wonder why blue though. His hand, he has no blue cards in hand, so I think he should have gone for the Mox Jet. All right, so he casts his Jusum, so that was a pretty crazy turn 1. Plus, I have a. So for me, I thought he tutored for a Jusum because then after he played the Mox Ruby, I'm like, like it just didn't. That didn't seem like something he would get. Of course, it all depends on what you have in hand or what you anticipate getting, right? But I do have the. Okay, so I drop a Tropical Island. I have nothing else to cast, I guess. All right, he takes a damage, 18. So, okay. Swords. So it's up to 23 now. And he did not get a land. Takes a damage, 22. And plays a Chaos Orb. Okay, so I'm going to orb his land because he did not do a land drop. Nice. So my flips are getting consistent. Alright, so I see a land, a forest in my hand. So I have the Soul Ring as well. So I could cast something big, depends. Alright, but I mean just casting whatever. Oof, disenchanting on. So this was. So now he wasted his tutor basically. Of course he didn't know that, yeah, but. Oof, no land. He just. Lion. Play a Tundra. No land. Oof. Attacking, he's at 20. So that's a Lion and a Soul Ring for my side that are glared out. I have 2 cards in hand. 4 Karma. That does nothing because he has no lands. But I just played it in anticipation. So that was my sideboard card. All right, so he just passes. I attack for 2. He's at 18. So just peeking, and yeah, Karma wasn't the sideboard pick that I did. All right, so he's just he's getting real unlucky. But that's twice in a row. So now I cast the Pixies in addition. He finally gets a land, but unfortunately it's a factory. He can use the Chaos Orb though. So I have a Lion, a Pixies, a Soul Ring, and a Karma. He's at 6. I have him at 16 right now. He'll be at 12. I think he should use that orb. I don't know if I have a disenchant in hand to respond or not. Let's see if my hand dips a little bit. All right, so he's deciding. Okay, looks like he's gonna activate. Okay, no, he took it, so he's at 12. Cast the Soul Ring. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I may have a disenchant, so I'm thinking about destroying the Soul Ring, since of course his mana is screwed. But I also, may want to kill the factory so that way my guys can go through, or I may want to kill the Chaos Orb so that my guys are not destroyed. All right, so he's at 12. I'm attacking with the Pixies in the line. Okay, so it's activating it. Look at this flip. So yeah, that was not legal. It has to be 360 if I'm not mistaken. So it has to flip all the way around. So if the top of the card is facing up, when it lands, it needs to face up again. If it just did one rotation, right? Full rotation. But and I was a bit hesitant because I thought, like it didn't flip all the way through. But my opponent said it did. And no blame. Honestly, it's hard to keep track. But in hindsight, my Pixies should not have died. All right, so now I cast another Erhnam, so that's why I didn't care too much. He's placed a factory, so he can activate both, but that's still tough. So I think he was at 10 because I attacked with 2 creatures. So he's at 10 now. My Karma is doing absolutely nothing, but he needs to play those black sources, right? So potentially he will. So I'm choosing not to attack with my Lion and only the Erhnam. So he's activating it. So he's double blocking. He can only pump 1. Ooh, I disenchant 1, and then of course the other one will die. So oof. So I think I've been having that disenchant for a while now. But I control myself, and even though there were other targets for a while now. So attack for 6. He's at 4, I believe. Draws. Oh, he has a balance. If he got a white there, oh my goodness. But yeah, I got that game 3, but it was strictly he got mana screwed. Both games I think that I won, he was mana screwed, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, he was mana screwed 2 out of 3 games. That's happened to me as well. Actually, with this same deck, with my Bantamgeddon deck, and then I upped the land count a little bit. Plus, I wasn't playing all 5 Moxes previously. Now I believe. Well, let me go and double check on my deck pick. So yeah, so that was one of the more recent changes I made, where I have the full Mox playset. Before I only had the uncolored Moxes. And then I did bump up the land count, I believe. So yeah, so my deck is now a lot more stable. So okay, so it seems like this is the correct sideboard. We'll see. If I see any deserts, me playing any deserts, then I know this is the correct deck pick, right? Because I just saw the Karma, but I didn't see any of the other cards though on the sideboard. All right, so I won this one 2-1. So I'm now 2-1 going into the 4th round. So that will be the next one will be the final round of the first of the first section of the tournament. Before then, the cutout from top 8, and then only the top 8 will continue to advance. This is done so that way those who are out, eliminated, they can leave, and only those that are in the top 8 can stay, because in this tournament, I believe there were 30 players, right? So we don't want to keep people if they don't have to be there, right? Because usually 4 rounds, that implies 4 hours, right? So usually it's 50 minutes per round. Of course, if everybody's done early, the round can end earlier, but the round can also be extended, because once time is up, usually there's the rule of there's 5 additional turns once the round is up, and then there has to be a winner by then after those 5 extra rounds, 5 extra turns that are given, right? So all in all, basically, each round is an hour, like in general. So we don't want to keep people on that don't have to be there anymore, right? So then maybe they can do other things, or just casually stick around and play some casual games. But right now I'm 2-1, so I'm not all that great. Definitely have no. Plus there's 30 players, like I said, so I definitely have no assurances that I'm going to make the top 8 at this point. But this particular round here, round 3, was pretty tricky, and I am hopeful though, and hopefully I get a favorable matchup in the next round. So thank you guys for watching.